The Shaq sleeping with my ex came out.
Oh, damn. I feel bad for Michael. I feel bad for Scotty.
Yes.
That is so messy.
He left training camp early to come allegedly go see his family, but was, staying in my house with my family.
Off the court, the NBA is supposed to be about strategy, teamwork, and trust. But apparently some dudes thought the real playbook was in their teammate's house. So today, we're diving into the wild world of NBA scandals. Times when players didn't just cross the line on the hardwood, but crossed them straight into somebody else's living room. And before we start, I just checked the stats and 98% of y'all watching right now ain't even subscribed. If you've been vibing with these videos, do me a favor, hit that like button and smash the subscribe button, not your teammates' partners. Well, if we are going to talk about any cheating scandal in the NBA, it's only right that we start with big fella himself, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, we all love Shaq for breaking rims and clowning Charles Barkley, but let's be honest, this man was breaking something else too. Marriages.
I was a serial cheater.
And I was a serial cheater.
The man just confessed that he was a serial cheater. The only loyalty he had was to basketball, the ball, not the NBA. Throughout his career in the NBA, he has been in one scandal after another, but nothing takes the cake like when he betrayed the brotherhood code among NBA players in 2010. During the season, Shaq's wife, Shawnee Henderson, accused him of cheating on her with Laura Govan. Now, who would Laura Govan possibly be? Well, at the time, she was NBA star Gilbert Arenas' fiance and the mother of his kids. This was really messy because at the time, there was leaked emails between Shaq and Laura all over the internet, and let's just say, they weren't talking about pick and rolls. You can only imagine what happened to Shawnee and Gilbert Arenas. Govan tried to claim they were fake emails, but nobody was buying it. Shaq's wife in particular wasn't buying it because she filed for divorce immediately. And Gilbert, you can bounce back from a bad game, but you can't bounce back from your fellow NBA player crossing the line like this, especially during the season. The whole situation was so messed up that Gilbert Arenas couldn't get his head straight during the season.
What's the most annoying thing a fan or player did to you while shooting free throws?
The Shaq sleeping with my ex came out.
Oh, damn, Gil. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Came out.
Therapy time. Let's do it.
I'm at the free throw line.
Right.
He said, oh, good ones, right? And all I heard was, Shaq. That wasn't the bad part. The bad part, there was two kids behind the bench doing this. I hit all backboard. Like, this is the rim. It was just boom. Like, damn. Like, I just looked at it like, I missed both free throws, brother. Oh, this is about to be a rough one. I think I only had like 13 that game. It was bad. Oh, it was bad.
And the bad part about this incident was that it was just a day after the scandal hit the news. But speaking about cheating scandals in the NBA, I'll tell you this. Gilbert and his ex-fiancée, Laura Govan, know a thing or two. Like, their situation is the only cheating scandal they've been directly or indirectly involved in. Remember Matt Barnes beating up Derek Fisher? Well, who do you think the lady in question was? Well, Gloria is Laura Govan's sister. Back in 2015, the wild world of the NBA was rocked by another scandal when it hit the news that Matt Barnes beat up his former Lakers teammate, Derek Fisher. It turns out another NBA player couldn't keep it in the locker room. Anyway, at the time, Matt and his wife at the time, Gloria Govan, were separated and Matt was really going through it. Around the time he fought Doc Rivers and admitted to going through some depression.
Well, I guess you went through some depression after dealing with Doc Rivers.
Yeah, I would just say overall it was tough, because although I was the one that left my ex and filed for divorce and was ready to move on, just the whole overwhelming fact that I don't have my family no more and I don't have my little guys no more that I woke up with every day and took to school and played with and were my life. So
a man going through a tough time like this sure needs all of his friends, even more so his NBA pal like Derek Fisher. He just got traded after a huge fight with Doc Rivers, who was separated from his wife and kids and was depressed. All this man wanted was peace. But what happens on his first visit back to meet his kids?
We make a pit stop maybe 45 minutes into the drive from Santa Barbara back to LA. Me and the boys get one thing, she gets another thing. So me and the boys are in the Escalade they're watching their little cartoon way in the back, and we're waiting for Gloria to come back, and she starts walking out of the place she got her food, not realizing that her Bluetooth comes on in the car. It's just like a movie. So her Bluetooth, so her whole conversation stops the boys' movie. They don't really pick up on it, but I'm just like, yo, I fucking know this voice, and I hear, baby, I miss you, and I can't wait to see you again, and we had so much fun in New York. I'm like, fuck, that's Derek's voice.
Finding out that your wife is with another man while you are separated might not hurt you, but finding out she was not only sleeping with your friend, but he is chilling in your home and around your kids?
And in the phone, he's like, your friend Derek is over here. And I'm like, no fucking way. Like, this is not real. I'm like, what? I'm just like,
what do? Well, Matt Barnes drove 100 miles from Santa Barbara to Los Angeles to give Derek Fisher the fadeaway two-piece special. He even hopped a fence like it was the NBA dunk contest to get to him.
So I end up getting to the house, and I give him my keys back by this time, so the front door's locked, and I hear people in the backyard, and I smell the fire pit, so I hop the fence. And it's crazy too, like I'm in a hoodie and in my beanie, and I'm walking along the side of the fence, and then this is probably 10 o'clock at night by now. So you walk down the side of the house, and then the backyard opens up a little bit, and as soon as I turn into the backyard, I see Derek with his arm around Gloria, so I just fire on him, stuck him.
Well, I guess you jumped over the gate.
Yeah, I jumped over the back fence because it was locked.
Gilbert Arena telling the story made it known that if there weren't people there that day, Matt Barnes would have seriously hurt him. And to think, Derek Fisher, who was an assistant coach with the New York Knicks, left training camp early, lied that he was leaving to go see his own family.
He left training camp early to come allegedly go see his family, but was, staying at my house with my family.
Anyway, Matt didn't go unpunished though. He was fined by the league, and when he was asked about the incident afterwards, he told reporters, violence is never the answer, but sometimes it is. And Derek Fisher, well, he got fired from the Knicks. I mean, you don't get to break the NBA bro code and stay in the league. Unfortunately, some NBA stars get to break that code and stay, like Tony Parker.
So I know the real Tony. You know what I'm saying? He can fool everybody else, but he is one of the most selfish players I've ever played with.
2007, the San Antonio Spurs were seen as the most drama-free team in the NBA. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Boring, but effective. At least that was what we all thought until Tony Parker got caught running a different kind of pick and roll. Tony Parker wasn't just dishing assists on the court, he was assisting off the court too. The point guard was sending hundreds of flirty texts to Erin Barry, the wife of his teammate, Britt Barry. And the crazy part, they were not just close friends, their families were close. Tony Parker was married to legendary actress Eva Longoria at the time. Yes, that Eva Longoria. Bro, if you fumble Eva, you deserve to get booed louder than Ben Simmons at the free throw line. And the thing, she stood by him after he was accused of cheating a few months after their marriage by a French model. Anyway, Eva found hundreds of sexually charged text messages between her husband and Erin Barry, and in a week, she filed for divorce.
Another celebrity fairy tale dashed. Eva Longoria has filed for divorce from Tony Parker.
I feel like my wedding day all over again.
Longoria filed in LA Superior Court Wednesday morning. The Desperate Housewives star, who's 35, cited irreconcilable differences for the split.
But Tony's failed marriage wasn't the scandal that hit the NBA. It was how the Spurs handled the whole situation. I mean, in case you don't know, Britt Barry is from NBA royalty. Brent's father is Hall of Famer Rick Barry, and he has 4 older brothers who have played in the league. But when it came to choosing Brent and a finals MVP, Tony Parker, well, they sent Brent packing so fast. Brent Barry was forced out of his contract so he wouldn't have to play with Tony Parker, but not before he made sure to divorce his wife too. A high school sweetheart and a Catholic girl at that. I guess no one is innocent after all. For what it's worth, this was just between 2 teammates, because what do you do when your wife is cheating on you with 2 role players on your team and one even got her pregnant? And you couldn't have known until you noticed the baby in the living room and it was nothing like you. Well, that was the unfortunate situation of 2-time league MVP Steve Nash. Nash, during his time with the Phoenix Suns, wasn't just a franchise player, he was the league MVP. Every other player on the roster was complimentary, not to mention role players like Leandro Barbosa and Jason Richardson. I mean, these role players were supposed to be crossing the line on the hardwood, but they were out there crossing it in Steve Nash's home. At the time, Nash was married to Alejandra Amarilla. They had 2 kids, and in 2010, they were expecting another. But here is the crazy part. 9 months gone, and now they were in the hospital expecting the baby. Steve takes one look and, plot twist, the baby is black. Now, Steve Nash, white as a sheet of printer paper, his wife, Latina. So, Phoenix Suns, we got a problem. How could that be? Well, a day after the child was born, he filed for divorce, but not before going all Sherlock Holmes on how his 3rd child is black. And he was shocked by what he found out. Well, it turns out his wife was sleeping with his teammate, Leandro Barbosa, but here's the craziest part of it all. When a DNA test was taken on the kid, it turned out his other teammate, Jason Richardson, is the father of the child. There was no coming back from this. A franchise player and 2-time league MVP having his wife ran through by some players on the roster? Steve Nash was trusting them to set the screen, make some passes, and lock up on defense, but they were out there running plays off the court that he never signed up for. Steve Nash was out here dropping dimes on the court while his teammates were dropping babies in his home. Well, Suns shipped both players off real quick, but the damage, permanent. I guess that's one way to handle it, but what happens when your closest teammate's son marries your girl and tells the world about it? This next scandal is technically not between teammates, but it's too wild to leave out.
Hey Marcus, hey Larsa, how's your guys' dinner? Good. Hey Marcus, I have a people's question, man. What's the possibility of a marriage happening between you and Larsa?
We're looking for a location.
Looking for a location?
We're looking for a location.
In case you don't know who those 2 people were, well, that is Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's 2nd eldest child, and Larsa Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. And in case you don't know, there is a 16-year gap between them, but that aside, Larsa Pippen was married to Michael Jordan for 24 years and had 4 children, with whom is arguably Michael Jordan's best NBA teammate. I mean, they won 6 championships together.
If you win a championship with guys, y'all probably have a special bond for life.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you win 6, y'all might as well.
Y'all should be brothers.
Now, not to knock off Michael Jordan, but not even he approves of the union.
Hey Mr. Jordan, what do you think about Marcus and Larsa Pippen together? You approve of it?
No.
Why would Michael Jordan want his son with his ex-teammate, a person he called the greatest teammate he ever had, who's a 6-time champion? Why would he want his son with that man's ex-wife?
This one hit so close to home, and it didn't even help that both Scottie and Jordan haven't been on speaking terms for decades. But this whole union did nothing but drive the knife between their rocky relationship. I mean, we have seen Scottie Pippen go from saying this,
"I would never diss Michael Jordan. I will always pick him over LeBron,"
to calling Michael Jordan a horrible player.
I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He's a horrible player.
I guess the moral of the story? In the NBA, the ball ain't the only thing getting passed around in the league. Alright fam, that's today's tea. Which one of these scandals shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments, just keep it respectful, unlike these players.